Kalimera, Kalispera, whatever time you are watching, this is Mappa. I'm Stel, and before I introduce your guest, or my guest, this gentleman, well, what can I say about him? This guy has got a strong CV. He made a massive impact on Karmiotissa when he joined, and in fact, I'm very, very thrilled to have him on the show because he was in our top 50 goals list this season. Mounir El Allouchi. How you doing, bro? Salam, you good?
I'm fine. Alaikum salam. I'm really good. I feel good. So, yeah, how are you? Okay?
Yeah, bro, I'm good. I'm thrilled to have you on the podcast. It's great
Yeah.
talking to you. And you and I we've been talking for a few weeks, and I can tell you're a genuine guy. You're a good guy. You're humble, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast. Thank you for joining me. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant, bro. Let's start from the beginning then, right? Your background, because I know you were born in the Netherlands
Sure.
to Moroccan parents. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I born in the Netherlands in Roosendaal. Maybe you don't know this place, but anyway, I born there, born and raised in Holland. My academy, my school, everything. My parents are from Morocco. They born in Morocco when they were 20 or 21. They came to Holland to as immigrants.
Yep.
And I had a really good youth, to be honest. I can say I had a difficult youth or something. A lot of people, but no, I had a really good youth. Yeah. So I had my academy in Holland, played in Holland, and so that was my youth, to be honest. Yeah.
You say you had a difficult background, and I think I know what you mean because I've heard stories about immigrants in the Netherlands, not just in the Netherlands, actually, it's
Yeah.
everywhere. But you guys get a rough ride because of your background, and I'm guessing the religion played a part as well. Has that got something to do with it?
Yeah, to be honest, like me as a person, I never had like really problems with it. But of course, like, and when I hear stories of my parents, 40 years ago, for example, they came as immigrants, and they look at them like they are nothing. You understand? And but to be honest, like my parents, they raised me and my brothers and my sisters because we have a big family. They raised us like I can say nothing about how they raised us. So we had a really good youth.
That's nice. That's nice. That's great to hear. And, obviously our parents make sacrifices for us. And I don't think we realize
Yeah.
they go through to see us go through good things. And I think this is something that a lot of kids, not just in Cyprus or around the world, I think we take these things for granted. We realize, or we don't realize how difficult things were and how good we have it these days, not just because of technology, but also everything. So yeah, I'm glad your parents are happy for you, and I'm glad that you're doing them proud. So talk to me about your youth then playing football. Who were your football idols?
I had one idol. It's not Ronaldo. It's not Messi. It's not okay. Obviously, they are incredible. The Ronaldinho's. No, it's not about. For me, there was one idol, and it was Iniesta.
Iniesta.
Andres Iniesta.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, it was unbelievable. Every time when I watched him, and it was, because I am a midfielder as well. You know, uh, and again, like Ronaldinho and this kind of players, they were fantastic. But
Mm.
Iniesta for me, this guy's next level, bro.
He
Really
is,
next level.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that World Cup where he didn't single-handedly win it, but that World Cup final against the Dutch. It might
Yeah.
have been a bit difficult for you being from the Netherlands, watching that final, seeing Iniesta score against the Dutch, right?
Yeah, no, it was not like, okay, of course, I wanted Holland to win, but it's not like I cried or something. But of
Of course.
course, Iniesta as a player, well, what can you say? It was incredible, incredible. The way he plays, I like this kind of players because they are smart. It's not okay. They can dribble, they can pass, they can do whatever you want, and they are not physically, but they are so smart. It's incredible, serious. So this was my idol. Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. And you know what? To be honest, right, when you look at Morocco, as in the standard of players that we've seen over the years. You know, we could talk about Mehdi Benatia, we can talk about, there's so many world class, Youssef Shipo, or Mustafa Hadji.
Yeah.
Did you look up to these players as well growing up because of where they came from?
It sounds crazy, but I didn't, to be honest. It's crazy because when I was young, this sounds crazy, yeah, but I didn't look like the Moroccan national team or something. I didn't. It's crazy. I don't know why or something, but it's not like that we sat together, you know, and watched the game from Morocco. You know, it's for when Holland played, we were sitting, you know, and watch. And when the European Championship was playing, we were watching. But like the Africa Cup of Nations, for example, we didn't. I don't know. If you ask me for a reason, I don't know. But okay, I know the Haji and the Mokhtari. Maybe you don't remember. You have the sector with these players were incredible, and they have a big impact in Morocco. They are still like kings over there, you know. But for us as a youth, I don't know. We didn't in Holland. We didn't look up a lot to this kind of games from the Moroccan team.
Well, that's understandable. And when you're playing in a nation like the Netherlands, who, as you know, have produced so many incredible players. I mean, we don't even need to talk about Johan Cruyff and Dennis Bergkamp and all these other players. Even recently, it's been incredible. So you were in NAC Breda's academy, if I'm not correct, and then you moved up to the first team. I was going to ask if it was Chelsea that got the link with NAC, but it's actually Vitesse Arnhem. So what was it like growing up in that academy? What was the football education about? Because I know the Dutch way of playing football in the sense that they let the younger players enjoy football, to play football. Then as they get older, that's when they learn about the technique and tactics. And they actually get encouraged to ask questions like why, when, how. It's incredible. The mentality, for sure.
The mentality in the academy is true. You know what, for example, what I did a lot, you had like, I was in academy. Yeah, I'm pretty late to NAC Breda. I was 17 years old. So I was, before that I played for also a professional football club, but they were, when I was 11, I came in the academy in this team, RBC Roosendaal. Maybe you don't, this team was professional. They played in the highest league. Then they went down, and then they had problems with money. So the club shut down. You know, they finished. So after that, I was like 15 or 16, and I went back to my amateur club where I played in my youth. I played there 1 year. I was 15 or 16, and they raised me to the first team. It was amateur level, you know, and I scored and everything. So after that, I went to NAC. But when you ask me about the academy in Holland, it's more what you say, like they let you play free. Yeah, it's like they want you, for example, to, you know, you have coaches who want you to listen to them and everything, but you have also coaches. To be honest, I had a really good coach, for example, and he told me, when you don't make 6 dribbles, for example, I will be angry on you. You understand? So you're gonna make dribbles forced, you know, for yourself. You look at the coach, and he said you have to make a dribble, and then 3 times maybe it goes wrong, but the 4th time it's gonna go well. It's gonna go, you know, you make a good dribble. So this kind of things you're gonna, in the academy, I think you need this. For example, I don't know if I'm gonna be a coach or something. I have no plans, but if I will be a youth coach, academy coach, this is the first thing I will say to academy players. If I see a player, for example, an attacker or an attacking midfielder, he's shy or something, I will tell him, you have to make 10 dribbles at least this game. 10 dribbles. I don't care. 9 times you lose the ball. The 10th time you make it incredible, you know, a dribble or a score or you give an assist. So this kind of things in Holland happens. And obviously Ajax, PSV, Feyenoord, this is another level, you know. So this is the Academy of Holland, and I'm happy that I'm born and raised in Holland, because every day we played on the streets. Every day we played the futsal, you know. Even now, sometimes when I'm free, you know, we play futsal together or on the streets. This kind of things you cannot take out of me, you know.
For sure, for sure. And I guess that's where the best football players are created, on the streets. Street
100%.
footballers, all the best
100%.
ones,
Yeah,
all the best.
100%. Yeah.
And I think that's why. Okay, we are seeing talented players, but I remember when I was growing up, I saw a whole bag of players. We're talking Zidane, we're talking Ronaldinho, all these players, Kaká, etc., etc. And that's probably because times were different and kids were able to play on the street without having to worry about lunatics or whoever. But I think clubs now are more concerned about obviously the well-being and the health of the players, but the technique, the tactical side of things. And I think a lot of clubs are losing track of the fun element of football.
100%.
Kids, they need to have fun. It's not just about winning and losing. It's about having fun and making memories. I think that's a human element.
Yeah. True. But I believe also if you have fun, the winning is going to come. You're going to win. If you have fun, you can say, you have two types of fun, you can have fun and, don't care, you're just fun. But you can also have fun and be serious, if you understand what I mean. And I believe what you are saying, I agree. In the last, 5-6 years, maybe longer, it's like a robot, like academy players are like robots. You have to do this, you have to eat good, you have to this. I'm happy, to be honest. I'm happy I born earlier than so I had the good youth. I could play every day, and I'm happy with it.
Excellent. So you went to Morocco, and then you ended up at Karmiotissa. So how did your transfer to a club like Karmiotissa occur? And I'm guessing you didn't know much about them.
No, not at all, to be honest. What would you say? I went to Morocco, a fantastic club, serious. It was, I can't say nothing about the club or the payments or something, because if you go to Morocco, it's not always that you will get your salary on time,
Mm-hmm.
This is, even in Cyprus, anyway.
Yeah.
But it was, but I didn't play a lot. And I can say it was my level as well. Like I didn't get my level there. So I had a moment, like in May or April, I had a moment like, okay, I want to play again. I could go back to Holland. I had some offers in Holland, even the first division, because the year before that I had a really good year in NAC Breda. So I was thinking, should I go outside the country? Should I go back to Holland? So Karmiotissa called me, the director, and he's good with my agent, and he explained me the project, that the new owner and everything, and so I listened to it, and I was searching on Google on the club, and I see no pictures. I couldn't find anything, But it was, a little bit of risk, to be honest, because you don't know nothing about the club. A director, he can say everything what he wants, but you don't know if it's true or something. Maybe the payments will be. So it was somewhere, it was a risk, but at the end, I'm so happy with the choice. Really, really happy with the choice. And the director, the owners, the president, they are fantastic people. Serious. They were from day one. I felt comfortable, and because the year before that, when I said Morocco, it was a fantastic club, but you didn't play, you didn't feel the confidence and everything, and then you need, a warm place, if you understand what I mean. You need a place that gives you the feeling again from you are a football player, and this is what I had last year. So, yeah.
Well, do you know, it's good to hear that you like the club and you enjoy being there and that you're settled, because let's get it right. Karmiotissa had about 7 head coaches last season. There's a lot of changes. We do this podcast, and every week it's almost as if we felt that every week we did a pod, there was a new manager. It was crazy. But for you, coming from the Netherlands, where, let's get it right, a lot of coaches are given time to do their thing. I guess in Morocco, it's probably similar to Cyprus in that respect with the mentality. but you've come to a club and you've started well, you've done well, but then you see this manager go, that manager go. Is it difficult to get some momentum or just to thrive, if that makes sense, with these changes?
It can be difficult, yeah, of course. I think as a person, individually, I didn't have a lot of problems with it, because if you play and everything, you know, then okay, you know, you need one coach who's consistency every, you know, for example, 6 months. This is not a lot, but give him 6 months, for example. Okay, but I think as a team we had problems, because we had individually really good quality. In the trainings you could see we have really good quality, but in the games sometimes I was thinking, what are we doing? But afterwards, you know, after the season, you analyze the season from what happened and everything. Then you can say you can say the coaches. One coach, for example, he likes to work and he wants to press high. Then this coach, after 4 or 5 games, he's not there. Comes another coach. He likes to stay compact. You know what I mean? So in games, sometimes it was not clear. The one player, the striker, want to press, and then the other players say to us like, "We are better when we are compact." The other player think we have to go for. So it was like a chaos. So that's why, as a team, it was really difficult. But individually, to be honest, I didn't have a lot of problems. To be honest, no.
Well, to be honest, right, I think, you know, a lot of clubs do this in Cyprus, whereby every summer they get rid of a lot of players and they bring in a lot of players. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Karmiotissa must have brought in well over 20 players in the summer, or at least about 15, and then brought 4 in January. So obviously it takes time for the players to get to know each other, different languages, different cultures. But there are a lot of experienced players in that squad. You know, Thomas Huberchan, who did remarkably well out of Mounir, and you know Thomas Huberchan's CV. He won the UEFA Cup. Then you got Duris. You know, I love Duris. He's a good friend. Sim Tandy as well. So there's a lot of players in that squad that knew Cypriot football, but at the same time, you had a few other players that were perhaps playing in different nations. So did it make it easier for you to get used to playing in Cyprus because of the people that also were new? It's like going to a new school where everyone doesn't know each other, so you have to adapt.
This made it, for me as a person, it made it a little bit easier, because what you are saying, we had 20 new players. All of them had to adapt. You understand? Okay, a couple of players, they were already from Cyprus, they played here already, but if you go to a new team, you have to adapt, you know? So when you are a new player, for example, if I came in last summer, I came as an only player, as a new player, it was way more difficult for me, I think, to adapt than now. Because now, what I'm saying, like 20 new players, all of them are in the same situation. They have to adapt. So for me, it was not difficult to adapt.
No, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. And I think, you know, despite all of the managerial changes and the players coming and going, I think you had a very good season. If I'm not mistaken, I think you scored 6 goals in the full season, and then 4 in the playoffs. But there's one game. No?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. But there's one game I want to ask you about. Apollon away. Okay. Okay. There's a question I want to add in this thing, but for you guys to come back, what was that feeling like? Because it was a fantastic game for the neutral, but for you guys to come back from, was it 3-1? Was it 3-1 at the time?
Yeah, 3-1.
3-1, yes. To win 4-3. What was that like?
It was a crazy game. I can remember the first 15 minutes we were killing them, you know, like in possession game. It was a really good game. I was thinking, how, you know, Apollon's a big club, and so we were dominating the game. So after one defender, he made a mistake. He tried to dribble the striker. He took the ball and he scored. So after that, we were dead, you know. We received the goal. He made a mistake, and they scored the 2-0. After we scored the 2-1. And we were hoping, you know, okay, now it's going to be like we got. So straight after the first half, the second half started, and they scored the 3-1. So, you know, when they score straight after the, you know, it's gonna be a really difficult game. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but we get the penalty from nothing. It was okay. It was a penalty, but you know, we didn't play well. You know, we didn't play well. Just it was a cross, and I think he kicked the player. A stupid fall, you know. So the penalty we scored, and afterwards again, it was crazy. The supporters, before I took the penalty, the both penalties I took. So the first penalty, they were screaming, they were shouting, they were crazy. So I did something stupid after the second goal that I scored. I ran to the supporters and I did this, you know. But it was more like because they were throwing chairs, beer to me, you know. You know, football, it's normal. It's normal because in Holland they do it as well. So it was a crazy game. It was a crazy game. It went like up and down.
Joe, I think you guys, all right, it was a fantastic comeback, but I think at the time, Apollon were going through some big problems at board level, and obviously the fans were angry, and then, you know, seeing their team winning 3-1 and then losing 4-3, you know, and I think didn't the referee stop the game for a few minutes, if I'm not mistaken. He stopped the game for a few minutes and went back. And then I remember because I think there was meant to be 6 minutes of added time at the end, and he played 95 because it got too much. So he said, "Come on, finish the game." So it was a great moment for you guys, though, winning the game. And I know you apologize to the fans, and obviously it's heat of the moment. It's the adrenaline. These things happen in football, and I think it's all forgotten now, anyway, to be honest. But you know, how would you judge your first season as a whole, not just for yourself, but in terms of the Cypriot League? Did it impress you?
No, I like, you know, before I came, I heard like how the Cyprus League will be, sometimes fight football, you know, like long balls and everything. But to be honest, I was surprised. Even on the beginning of the season, every club tried to play football. Even the lower clubs, everybody tried. Okay, the playoff, you know, when you play for the relegation or, you know, clubs gonna play more, you know, straight because a lot of stress and everything. So then I can understand. But the way how they play in Cyprus and even the stadiums, like for example Apollon, Omonia, you know, this kind of teams is really nice to play. Really nice. The pitches are good. So, and for myself, to be honest, in general, I scored a lot of goals for Karmiotissa as a midfielder, but it sounds crazy, but I could have scored at least 5 more or something. So this kind of things, if you think about it afterwards, like a big chance or something, it's crazy. Then you would have, as a midfielder, maybe 16 goals or 17 goals, you know? So that would be crazy if you understand what I mean. And I can remember our North-to-East away. We played 0-0. We had a really good combination. I was 1 against 1. In training, I will chip this ball, or you know what I mean. I would score this 100%. And now I was tired or something. I don't remember. And I shoot and I miss the ball. This kind of things will stuck in your head if you understand what I mean. So if you ask me how was the season, it was okay. I'm happy with the season I played, but it could be better.
Of course. I think we can all improve in everything that we do. We never stop learning. But you mentioned Anorthosi. Can you talk to me about that game with the Molotov being thrown on the pitch?
Yes, it's true. It's crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. This was in a regular season. This was we win 2-1, I think. To be honest, I didn't had the feeling that the supporters were angry or something, but Anorthosis was also not in a good situation, I think. I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Worse than Apollon.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't remember exactly what happened, but I heard 2 times boom, you know, and we were looking back and they throw something to the goalkeeper. And after that, the referee said we finished, and we were thinking like we have to play maybe 30 minutes more. We have to go back to Limassol, and then one day they will organize the game. But we received the 3 points, and it was good. You know, it's better than better than we
Yeah,
had to play.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Did Knobloch say anything about what happened? Because he got two thrown at him and a big pole as well.
yeah. No, 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 no. Okay, he was in shock a little bit. I remember he was. Knobloch is really humble. You know, like not humble.
He's a
He's
calm guy, yeah.
a calm guy, really calm
Yeah.
guy, and it looks like he doesn't care, you know. And yeah, it's crazy. They throw Molotovs to him, but I
Just
remember
stands
he
there,
was,
okay, whatever.
yeah. He was like, okay, this is football, and it's nice. I liked it. I like it. He can also go to cable net and give interviews and this and this. He didn't do that, so I liked it.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. What about your teammates? Do you have any close friends at the club? Anyone that you get on with most, or are you just talking to everyone?
Yes, I'm okay. For example, Karim Lukili, I know him for years. I know him for
Really?
from
He
Holland.
played with he played with my friend at the Breccia.
Okay,
The goalkeeper,
yeah.
David Groff. He knows David. They played together at the
Ah,
Breccia. Yeah.
yes. So Karim and me, we are also like in Morocco, where we come from. We are in the same area, you know.
Okay.
So there, you know, we know each other maybe for 10 years, 12 years. So we know each other really good. So he's a good friend of mine, not only a teammate, but also a friend. So even every day we are together. We are every day
Okay.
together. We eat together. We are together every day. And for sure, of course, like the Dutch players, Malone, before Dion Malone, the defender, I played with him in NAC Breda one year. He was the captain there. So there you will with some players, of course, you have a special relationship, and the rest, I'm good with everybody. Serious. For example, Andris Neofitu, the Cypriot guy, we are really good. We are friends, you know. So it's not like Karim is my friend and the rest no. No, I'm in the middle. If you understand what I
You
mean.
get on with everyone. You get on with
Yeah,
everyone. You know Gravenberg, the striker.
yeah.
Yeah. We joke and we say he's like Terry Crews. You know Terry Crews, the actor.
No, I
There's an
don't
actor
know.
called Terry Crews. He's massive, big guy, like just
Yeah,
built like a. You know, is he a calm guy? Because he looks like he can beat up everyone. He just looks
my
like he
friend,
can fight.
my friend. If you're not gonna believe me, but this guy is a really nice guy.
Oh, I believe it. I believe
No,
it. But
but if you look at him, like, you know, you will be scared. He's big, he's strong, but he is a really humble and nice guy. Serious. You can
excellent.
laugh with him, and he's a really good guy. Yeah.
Nice, nice. I have two very quick questions. In terms of Cyprus and the culture, we always ask our guests this, especially those that aren't from Cyprus. We use the term "This is Cyprus." Do you know? Have you ever heard that term before? This is
No,
Cyprus.
no.
No. So let's say, for example, you see a car parked in a house. In a
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
This is Cyprus. It's just how it is. Is there
Okay.
anything that you've seen that you're like, that's a bit strange, but people have said to you, it's all right. This is Cyprus. That's normal.
In terms of things where I see, you mean?
Yeah, it could be people driving like idiots, or it could be people having barbecues in the
Uh,
streets, literally in the street.
no, there's one thing. When I saw this, it's not something crazy or something, not
Mm.
at all. But I mean, when I saw this, and they didn't tell me before, it was, I think, with Eastern, the
Oh,
big
Easter, yeah,
fire,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
big fire and everything, and the firework. So I was looking from my window. I was on the balcony. I was looking, and I see right, left. I see big fires. So
Mm.
I was sending message to the team manager and I hear firework. And I asked him what happened, you know. So I took my car. I was driving, and I see so many people and the fire, maybe 5 meters, 6 meters in the air. You know, I was
Yeah,
whoa. You know, I was thinking this is it's crazy to see that. You know, but it's more religion. You know, and I didn't know this,
yeah.
but yeah, what they. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's because I was
Yeah.
I was out there at the same time.
Okay.
Uh, so it's like Thursday, this specific Thursday of the
Yeah.
calendar, and everyone just has barbecues outside their houses, in the streets, everything.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
they have the carnival as well. So they do various things. But you mentioned religion. I hope you don't mind me asking. Do you have a faith? I assume it's Islam.
Yes, yes. I am religious, of course. Yeah. I'm really religious, and like how I raised. I'm born and raised as a Muslim, and I practice. As good as I can. It's not like I'm perfect or something. Nobody's perfect, but I try to do my best. Yeah, for sure.
So, because I've asked this question before, and one of my friends, Fouad Bashiru out of Monia, he and we've been talking about Islam and everything, and he's very happy with the way that the club has looked after him. They've been okay with him, with his prayers. Obviously, during Ramadan, you've got the fasting, breaking your fast, and all that. In Cyprus, obviously, it's a Greek Orthodox country, but I've been, given from what I've been told by players, they're fine with the religion. They let you do what you need to do when it comes to prayer times and everything. Are they all right with that?
Yeah, perfect. To be honest, even in the Ramadan, then I noticed these people are really good people. Before I didn't ask nothing because I don't want to disturb, people. I don't want to ask, give me this. No, so I didn't say anything. And before the game, or like in the morning, we went to the hotel. They come to me. They said you don't have to be at the breakfast. What do you want to eat in the night? And they asked me so many things. And then I noticed these people are there are small things, but it matters if you understand what I mean. For me as a human, if this kind of people, the director, the people, they were really they helped me a lot. And if I want to pray, I can pray whatever. So really good.
That's good to hear. No, I'm happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that, bro. And I'm glad that you were able to come on this podcast. It's been great talking to you, man. And I really wish you all the best for this coming season. But don't score against Omonia, because that's my team, yeah. Because me and you, we're gonna have problems.
Okay, I will.
But yeah, no, good luck for the season. I'm sure you have another good season, and next time you score against Apollon, just go back to the halfway line. No? Brilliant. Well, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following us, watching us on Twitter, watching us on Instagram, watching us everywhere, because we're going to keep on growing. Thank you to Mounir. It's been an absolute pleasure. Until next time, boys and girls, adios.